Good afternoon. Welcome to the social media program on television, The Buzz, this lovely Tuesday afternoon. It's always a pleasure to be here at the table. Good afternoon, Blossom.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm actually very much into like what we're going to be talking about today.
Really?
Because it's so much on my mind because I've experienced something like that. And I really want us to just dive in and dissect it.
All right, so that's my co-anchor Blossom. My name is Patience. It's always good to be at the table. Okay, we seem to be running a bit behind time today because we had to wait for one of our other panelists, but we have to go on with the program. But then joining us at the table, it's a pleasure to have him come back on the show. He is a renowned journalist. He's worked with the Guardian newspapers. He's also a media lobbyist, amongst other things. Mr. Justin Akpovi Esade. Good afternoon, Justin.
Patience, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, nice meeting you for the first time.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
You'll be seeing a lot more of Blossom in the days to come.
Okay.
All right, still to come on the program, we're expecting the Lagos State Chairman for Liberation Movement, Comrade Rahman Adebi. He's almost here. But then let's kickstart the show. Remember the number to use is 0802-836-8971 for SMS only. We start with in other news. Nigerian entertainer Banky W enters race for House of Representatives. Mr. Olubankole Wellington, otherwise known as Banky W, the Nigerian musician, actor, writer, and director, known for his advocacy and passion for voters' education, has announced his intention to serve as a federal legislator representing Etiosa local government area of Lagos State. He made a declaration on Saturday at the debut convention of the Modern Democratic Party, MDP, a political party that was founded last year by a consortium of youth associations. Anyways, Mr. Banky W has been applauded by friends and associates in Nigeria's creative industry. And according to Banky, he said, and I quote, "We want to fix Nigeria, but we must begin by rebuilding our communities. Everybody seems so obsessed with the presidential race. I do believe in dreaming big, but I believe in starting small and working your way up. And so we are dreaming and building towards 2023 and beyond, but we are starting now." End of quote. Justin, Banky W in the race for House of Rep. How do you react to that?
It's a welcome development.
Okay.
If Desmond Elliott could do it, I think Banky W can also do it. So you see why I'm very excited about this is that you have so many young people sitting in the comfort of their bedrooms and saying, give us power, not too, how do they call it?
Not too young to run.
Give us power. Buhari, live there. Tinubu, live there. Just give us power. They are sitting in their rooms. Now you have a Banky W, who said, no, I can't sit in my bedroom anymore. I want to come out. Then it is left for the so-called youth who want power. Not the ones who want the power handed to them on a platter, but the ones who say, yes, we want to take power because nobody wants to give you power willingly. Until Asiwaju, a man that I respect so much, until he says, I am retiring, no matter how you ask him to give you power, he cannot give you power. Nobody gives you power willingly. You take it or you go through the ranks. You grow through the ranks. So Banky W, I wish him well, but the only issue I have, which is not really an issue, is the fact that he should have walked his way through the APC, which you know what I mean. But well,
to learn the ropes.
Yes,
more like.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but there's no harm in trying.
Okay.
Let him give it a shot.
All right. So we wish Banky W all the best in the forthcoming.
Yes, of course,
elections.
definitely. I wish him all the best. I'm so happy he's actually coming out for this because we need a lot of youth in the ruling of Nigeria.
Yeah.
I think that would give us probably a very good turnout.
Yeah.
I'm very sure of that.
All right.
So now let the youth vote for him.
Yeah.
So show support.
Yeah, so they cannot say we are tired of the old men. Yeah, they are voting for the same old men.
Yeah.
Let them vote for Banky W.
Because politics is a game of numbers.
It's a game of numbers. You cannot expect, you cannot be wailing and crying, and somebody of your age is out there who has made it boldly, come out to say, I am running. But you leave it because, of course, Banky W may not have the kind of money that the older people have.
Okay. All right, said. Okay, let's move it along because of time.
Okay, we have Rochas Okorocha better than Obama. A video making the rounds on social media shows a man asking his employees to sing the praise of Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha. At a point in the video, the man said Governor Okorocha is better than Obama and everyone else in the world. Let's watch the video.
You know, when I saw this video, the first thing I did was laugh. But let's see the video first.
Yeah,
let's go see the video.
If you're learning, I'd like you to repeat what I'm saying. Rochas Okorocha. You are the best in the whole world. Rochas Okorocha, the governor. You are our mentor. You are our champion. You are our father. You are great. You are great. You are a man of wisdom. You are a man of wisdom. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are our mentor. You are our king. You are our king. Governor of Imo State. You are the best governor. You are the best governor. In this life. In this life. You are better than Obama. You are better than people in the world.
Okay. All right. So that video explains it all. But just in case you didn't follow and you don't understand what it means, the man owns a company, and every morning he will ask his employees to line up, like students on school assembly, and then from upstairs on the balcony where he is, he will say, and you repeat after him, all those things you heard him say about Rochas Okorocha being an emperor, being a champion, being their king, better than Obama. He even said it's better than Queen Elizabeth, better than a lot of people in the world, so. Wow.
Well,
I reserve my comment, but Justin, let's hear from you.
Patience, you need to understand something. This is politics. Politics is about growing your support base. Rochas, Governor Rochas Okorocha, at the moment, things are not really going too well for him. So it's
especially internally
and even externally, party-wise. So that man, the owner of that company, now you said, obviously has benefited a lot
from his administration.
You understand, by way of contracts and stuff like that. How do I repay back? I cannot go back and give Rochas Okorocha money, but we need to grow the support base because now the rumor has been there that he's trying to decamp to another party because he needs to have a strong, his stranglehold on Imo State. So if he doesn't win, if his son-in-law, as it is now, I understand INEC has come out with the name of Hope Uzodinma. So it's a very dicey situation. Now, the how do you say, end game for Rochas is take his son-in-law and the support base to another party, win the Imo State. Well, if he wins.
I hear what you say. This could all be about politics, but then on the moral angle of things.
There's no morality when it comes to
Isn't
politics.
this modern day slavery?
No.
Not because I work for you, then I have to be put through.
Sorry, you are missing it. You are missing the point. There's no morality when it comes to politics.
Really?
Yes. There's no morality. If you want to preach morals, go to the church.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, that's according to Justin. But anyways, I will still have more for you. But let's take a quick break to allow our other guests to sit down. Then we'll come back and continue. Stay with us.
If you love him, I'd like you to repeat what I'm saying. Rochas Okorocha. You are the best in the whole world. Rochas Okorocha, the governor. You are our mentor. You are our mentor. You are our champion. You are our champion. You are our father. You are our father. You are great. You are great. You are great. You are great. You are a man of wisdom. You are a man of wisdom. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are our mentor. You are our mentor. You are our king. You are our king. Governor of Imo State. You are the best governor. You are the best governor. In this life. In this life. You are better than Obama. You are better than people in the world.
To the show. All right, our other panelist just walked into the studio, and he's the Lagos State Chairman for Liberation Movement, one of the new school of political parties in Nigeria, Comrade Rahman Adebi. Good afternoon, Comrade Adebi.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me, and
Thank you for
apologies.
coming.
It's
all
traffic
right.
in Lagos, of
Yes,
course.
yeah.
I think, yes, I'll say that something has to be done. Otherwise, we won't be all productive anymore.
It's not in the news anymore. What's the name of this segment? In
other
the other news. No. Traffic in Lagos is not in any news.
All right. Okay, you just missed the Rochas Okorocha video by Whiskers. Anyways, but we have to move on because of time. All right, also in another news, Aremu Afolayan, of course, rants at the airport. This is a video that's gone viral, you know, ever since it was released on Sunday. Anyways, just in case you missed that one, Nollywood actor and filmmaker Aremu Afolayan has branded Nigeria as useless, as a useless country, over the kind of treatment he got at the airport recently. Speaking on the ills of aviation workers, the actor says Nigerians are treated like uneducated animals, citing an example of a lady that was hindered from traveling for illogical reasons. He says it needs explanations. Also, the actor speaks on the way airport workers demand money to do their jobs. All right, let's quickly look at the clip. This is a very, very edited version of the rant. If you want the full rant, you go on social media. There are a lot of expletives in this video that we couldn't put on there, so I had to do a lot of cutting down, but you get the general idea. Let's check it.
First of all, in my entire life, I have never seen a country as this country. In my entire life that I've been in existence, how can I come to the airport? First of all, you are telling me to pay with my family, for my family to come into the airport, and you are telling me that you are paying, we cannot allow your family to come in because of security conscious. What security do you have in Nigeria? Tell me the security. If the bad people are going to come to this airport, won't they destroy the airport? What security? They should fire all those useless immigration or whoever they are on that doorstep. Why will I come to the airport with my family and I'm not going to be able to go into the airport? It's so frustrating and alarming. When are you going to change everything? What is wrong with you people? My sister here is about to travel. She's not a citizen of Nigeria. Her passport, a French passport, was given to her by French embassy. And you're telling me the passport is fake. How can you say a passport is fake when you can verify the passport from the office? Why do you do this to Nigerians? Are we all that stupid and dumb? Is it because we didn't go to school? Why will you frustrate everybody here? You cannot do anything to your country. Why are you allowing people to be frustrated? You put people there, man, for travel. Immigration will be asking me to give them money. Why will I give immigration money for crying out loud? Why will poor people be coming to the airport and they won't be able to find situation for their solution to their situation? Who are you for crying out loud? Why can't you find something to do to the situation of Nigeria? What is wrong with you people? Why do you cause trouble and cause everybody pain?
Welcome back from that. Okay. Let's allow Comrade Adebi to start.
Well, I think at this point, it shows that Nigerians have, it has brought to the fore the frustrations in Nigerians. And when Nigerians begin to speak like this, then I think there's something that is going to happen down the line. Because one of the factors when we say all these things that are not happening in other Senate clients, they think we're joking. Because the airport is a public place. Security, by the way it's being done in Nigeria, yeah, it's part of it, but there are more advanced way of solving the solutions. Technology will devise all those things and everybody will be okay. The issue of your family cannot go in, it's a psychological detriment to that family. Just imagine a man who is trying to travel abroad to serve Nigeria in maybe a military mission, and the wife desire that the children should go with him to give him a last kiss, wish him well, and you deny that kind of person. You know that mentality. Look at the frustration in the expression of this young Nigerian. It's so pathetic. And I think immigration and every stakeholder that relates to aviation, this is the best time to do a rejig. Because if you do not rejig, more Nigerians will revolt.
I understand the sentimental angle you've brought to the story, but the thing is, I'm just saying, we haven't gotten there yet when it comes to using technology to combat a lot of security issues. And we have a lot on our plate right now as a country. Can we look at the security challenges that might have warranted that sort of thing to take place in our airport, vis-a-vis when money comes into the picture, then the law can be bent backwards. I think that is the main crux of this particular issue. Yeah. Go ahead.
The typical scenario we have to paint to Nigerians for those who have not been there to see. When you get to the airport and you come down, there are a lot of shenanigans going on. The first is the fan people. By the time you park, before you spend less than 1 minute, they climb your vehicle. By the time you want to proceed to the entrance, of course, the body scanner is there. The security will tell you, bring who is traveling. If you say you are the one traveling, bring out your passport, and they allow you to go, and they tell the rest of people to go back. Who is communicating to those people that they should go back? Is there a law written, clearly, boldly stated somewhere that you are only allowed one passenger per person to come in? That's the information. Those are the shortcomings that we're talking about. That's number one. Number two is that, yes, if that is not boldly written, the officer in charge will come to you and say, oh, do you want to go in with your family? Oh, give us X amount of money, for goodness sake.
Now, that is the issue.
That is corruption.
Why are you asking people to give you money? If you're turning people back because there's a security issue, you're trying to check and, try and reduce crowd. Why are you collecting money to let the same people into the airport?
The truth is, if you want to control crowd, there is a way of controlling crowd. When you announce and when you paste information see, that's why the media is there. Keep orienting people, keep orienting Nigerians. If you want to come to the airport, our airport is getting congested, there are development going on. When you want to come, please endeavor to come with only one person that will accompany you, maybe to carry your luggage or assist you if you have any other challenge. If this is in the no for Nigerians, people won't come to the airport.
Okay. All right, because of time, let's allow Justin to quickly react.
Patience, you see, there are so many things wrong with our airports, either the local one or the international one. I'll give you a scenario, one very silent one. The announcers. You've been to the airport?
Yeah, of course.
Now you see somebody who is a Nigerian or who is supposed to be a Nigerian. I've missed my flight twice because I could not
announcing in a foreign accent.
Yeah.
I could not understand. You see? So okay, now I leave that one aside. I was going to Asaba. There was a time I was going to Asaba. I was praying that I would not miss this flight because the girl was speaking something like Arabic and it was supposed to be English, okay? Now I missed that flight and they had to squeeze money from me, money that I did not have as at that day, as at that particular point. Okay, I was traveling in 1998. I was going to South Africa, and I wanted to pass through the final point before you go in, and the immigration person, or was it custom? I don't know. I don't even know the difference.
Of course.
He said, Virgin passport. And I said, and so? That's to say there was only a visa. One visa, South Africa.
So is that a problem?
He said, Oga, $100. I said, are you insane? Because of course you are talking to a journalist and a very not too okay journalist at that time. I said, are you insane? So $100.
Wow.
I understand the pain and anger of
Aremu,
Afolayan.
yeah.
There was a time my wife was following me. I was going to somewhere in France or something. I can't recall. They told her to go back unless I paid to pass my wife. And I said, "No, be house you they go. Yeah, go back now. Go back because I cannot even part with 100 naira." She went back, entered the car and drove back because she dropped me at the airport. So it is a shame. You go to the toilet inside the airport, there's somebody hovering around you with a tissue paper and say, "Happy Sunday, happy Monday, happy Monday." You are trying to. Is it not insane? Because the person is not greeting you because he loves you. He's greeting you because he wants you to part with money. Everybody is trying to hustle everybody in our airports. So it is madness. You see, I don't know who is the Minister of Aviation.
Hadi Sirika.
If there is corruption in Nigeria, I think the headquarters of corruption is our airports, either local
No, international.
or international.
Okay.
So something must be done.
Okay. Wow. All right. We are getting some reactions here. Let's read like one or two. Jubilee says, "Good day in the house. Justin, what do you mean by Banky W should have gone under the flagship of the APC? Are you trying to make it a case of if you cannot beat them, you join them? Can you imagine what's happening in Lagos, where a governor has already been imposed by a party? Please give us a break from this cabals."
The person did not even understand what I said. I said I wished.
Okay, all right. This other one says, "Hi, that Rochas video is satanic. It reminds me of the book The Animal Farm and also of Adolf Hitler's Nazi training camp." All right. We can't read more reactions at this time because our time is fast running. Okay, that's it in other news. Let's go to our main stories of the day. Remember, the number to use is 0802-836-8971 for SMS only. And our first story is on Atiku's airport search. Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has accused state security operatives of intimidating him and his staff in Abuja. Atiku said he and members of his staff were subjected to a search on their arrival at Abuja on Sunday, where they had arrived after weeks in Dubai. While the PDP condemned the act, some Nigerians criticized Mr. Abubakar for exaggeration. However, the aviation minister, Hadi Sirika, described Mr. Abubakar's claim as a mischievous attempt to grab the headlines. For the records, according to the minister, all incoming passengers on international flights go through customs, immigration, health, and security screening. Where the aircraft is using the private charter wing, as the PDP's candidate did, such arrivals are met by a team of the immigration, customs, and other security agencies. The minister confirmed that Atiku was Not truly searched by the officials of Task Force on Currency at the airport, insisted that former Vice President was accorded full respect as a former Vice President of Nigeria. Now, while all these checks are mandatory, only the President is exempted from airport security screening. So says the aviation minister. All right, let's react to this story. And against the backdrop of the story, let's also look at how Atiku was searched, even though that is being underreported. Yeah. There were sniffer dogs as well. So, you understand what I mean?
A search is a search.
A search is not a search, Justin, if I must say.
No.
But I mean, you're entitled to your opinion here. All right, but let's hear from Comrade.
If I'm searching you, I should be searching you.
Let's hear from you.
The bone of contention now is that we're in the political time.
Of course.
So any small thing that do not matter before now, when it's political season, they begin to matter.
It's now amplified.
Everything is amplified because it just means that somebody comes to me and want to, we should ask ourselves the question, it's a question of the mind. When anything happens, you begin to imagine and decipher that, oh, I think these people, especially because there is, it's against the ruling government.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two is that the fact that is passed through the scrutiny. Scrutiny is a normal thing.
It's a normal routine.
And I think that it goes out of the country, it comes back, he has not been making this noise before now. For him to make this noise now, yes, it has the political undertone. But the over-exaggerated way that the party has taken it to is what Nigerians are really complaining about. Because one of the things is that when things happen, yes, you have the right to seek redress if you feel uncomfortable with that situation. But one thing Nigerians are doing to each other is that we subject ourselves to media war, and we take ourselves into the public for the media to become the judge, which is not the case.
All right, Justin.
Okay, you see, there was a time I was going to Dublin, and that was when Mr. Fani Kayode was the Minister of Aviation.
Okay.
And there was a mass complaint as at that time that the aircraft should be fumigated before Nigerians board, not when Nigerians are on board before you see those two people spraying that thing. It was humiliating. I didn't understand the import when Fani Kayode made that statement, gave the order to all the airlines, especially the foreign airlines, who felt Nigerians were carriers of some kind of diseases. So they must allow us to sit before you see the two people run across. So I didn't actually feel it until I sat down in the airlines, that particular airline, that aircraft, and I saw those two ladies go down with that thing spraying. I felt less than a human being. I felt humiliated, but I was going to Dublin. I stopped over at, I won't mention the airline, I stopped over at Dubai, then I connected Dublin. I came back, I wrote a petition, I wrote an opinion in The Guardian, and Fani Kayode's office contacted me, and they forced that airline to write a personal apology to me. Yes, I did not complain that I was searched, because I was actually searched. Before I boarded the plane in Lagos, I was searched. When I got to Dubai, I was searched. When I was leaving Dubai, when I got to Dublin. So I really am trying to wrap my head around what Mr. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is the point he's trying to make. If he says as a presidential candidate of a party, it shouldn't be searched, which is standard procedure. Then we have the Sahara Reporters guy, what's his name? Showore.
Yeah.
We also have the Mogalu. We have Obi Ezekwilisi.
Chris David.
You have a whole lot of them. So now we should it's an open season. Everybody traveling or coming into the country should just walk through immigration. No security checks, nothing. And this is a country, in the last 1 year, customs have been intercepting container loads of assault rifles, military hardwares, and other military hardwares. So And you have been in Dubai. Nobody is saying you have tried to bring something into the country, something that should not be brought into the country. But for God's sake, as a former vice president, do you have immunity? Are you immune to being searched at? Okay, now, can Atiku honestly tell us that he was not searched when his private jet entered Dubai? If the answer is no, because they feel this is Atiku, he was a former vice president, a former vice president of Nigeria, so anywhere, even in the UK, he can just walk through and they will roll out the carpet for him.
Okay, so just I want to ask you this personal, because you said a security search is just a security search.
Yes.
Now we could hear they said they had dogs sniffing. I don't think that is part of the. Were you sniffed by dogs?
This is a private jet.
Let me buttress her question.
Okay, go ahead.
I think what she's trying to ask is, at what point does a search become harassment?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the question.
Okay, no.
Hold on.
I think
There were recording gadgets, in the course of the search. You have sniffer dogs, and the security men that carried out the search were a special squad. Also, we heard about tampering with personal documents and all of that. So when does a search become harassment?
Patience. Listen, there's a program on satellite TV, that's called Borderline Security.
I know that program.
Okay, you know that program.
Yeah, I do.
There is no, the search is always, the searchers come with camera. So because you feel Nigeria has not advanced to the extent of people having body cameras on them while they search. So what's the big deal? A sniffer dog at every point, any entry point in the country, there are sniffer dogs.
Okay.
So it's not as if it was Atiku's case is not peculiar.
So there was nothing untoward, for you.
Not at all.
Quickly.
Well, I think we need to get all the facts together.
Okay.
And one of the facts that has emerged is the juxtaposedness of this kind of way in which it's been carried out.
And of course the timing.
Yeah.
We always have to talk about that.
From my own point of view, the timing is what orchestrated everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if not for the timing, he has the right to seek redress as to how it's been handled as a senior citizen of Nigeria. And for the scrutiny check, I'll say that the authority, one way or the other, he felt that he's not been well represented.
I think Atiku has an overbloated sense of entitlement.
No, we're all Nigerian. Let me tell you, one of the beauty of a senior citizen is that you accord him all the rights. And also, he was a former vice president of Nigeria. So he should be accorded the right.
So
what I take a reservation on is that we should not overblow.
He's making it a media issue. Listen, patience, listen. The issue is this. People we have so many Atikus in Nigeria who have this kind of overbloated sense of entitlement that Nigeria as a country and as a people owe them. So they can walk through security at any time. Now, because that did not happen when he came back from Dubai, it became an issue. This is somebody, after he left his Islamic studies, Nigeria has been feeding him. He has never worked in any private sector. So he has this overbloated sense of entitlement.
Justin, this is
okay. He still also feels that we owe him.
All right. Our time is fast running. Let's look at the viewers' response to this issue. Meanwhile, if you are viewing the program right now and you're one of those calling the line, then you are one of the problems of Nigeria. We have said, don't call. Send a text message. Please, the phone is just buzzing and buzzing. Just send a text message, all right? Okay, but before we go into reading the text, Comrade Timmy Frank, we all know him, he's the former Deputy National Publicity Secretary.
Before he decamped
for APC, before he decamped to Atiku's whatever. Anyways, he says that at the search that one of the security men who carried out the search on Atiku confessed that they were directed by the president. They said, I'm just reading what is recorded. They said they were directed by the presidency to embarrass Atiku. Anyways, that's according to the newspapers.
That was a cheap shot from Timmy.
Let's look at how viewers are reacting.
Very cheap shot.
Why is he complaining? I thought he said he wants a better Nigeria. Be the change you want.
It's a change.
If he starts to grumble about being
the change will start from him.
Then others would also do. Besides, he's not even the president yet. So rule of law should be applied. 08066255052. You are one of Nigeria's problems. Okay. All right. This other one says the man in the middle is an APC man. Who is in the middle?
Okay, you are.
You are.
No, I'm not in the middle. Oh, by the way, yes. If the person is referring to me, then of course I'm an APC.
Another viewer is responding here. This one is saying searching Atiku when he arrived at the airport is not proper because I've not seen or heard that our politicians have been searched when coming back to Nigeria.
Yeah, because they did not make noise about it.
Let's look into the matter with justice. On Atiku's search, though it is normal or a routine checkup, but there is an element of politics in this one. He has traveled more than once. Has he been searched like this before? Before taking off from Dubai, he has been searched and screened, no doubt. It is not only harassment, it is also intimidation. Sonny from Kano sent that one in. All right, another one here, Yahya from Mina says, is Atiku above search? All right, this other one says, afternoon, everyone in the studio. I never see anything bad in searching Atiku. Nigerians have equal rights. If it's ordinary Nigerians that they search, there will be no noise. Ajiboye Kolade from Ibadan sent that one in. This other one says Atiku carries a diplomatic passport. People with such documents are not searched all over the world.
If he has a diplomatic passport,
why the power vested on him? I think to a closest conclusion.
He doesn't even know. The person does not even know what he's saying. How can you say a diplomat? He doesn't have a diplomat.
Justin is venting.
I'm telling you.
Today on the
He doesn't have a diplomat.
All right, let's go to our next topic. Federal government. Okay, Blossom,
we have
take it away.
federal government to remove frivolous expenditure from 2019 budget. There are indications that the federal government will not accommodate proposals for the acquisition of vehicles, purchase of furniture in the 2019 budget. Also, the government have asked the ministries, departments, agencies not to submit proposals in the budget for the construction of office or residential buildings and equipping of non-critical offices. This is contained in the 2019 budget core circular. Then the budget core circular, which was signed by the Ministry of Budget and National Planning, Senator Udo Doma, set out the requirements and instructions that must be satisfied and followed in the preparation of the 2019 government budget proposal. I actually really do accept to that because it's as if like every year they submit the same kind of proposal with the same
you know, when I saw the story, the first thing I said was, yippee! You know, finally, you know, let our budget be focused on things that... But let's give a quick breakdown of some of the expenses that made up the unclear expenditure, you know, over the years. The sum of 3.91 billion naira was allocated for annual reporting, maintenance of villa facilities in the year 2016, while 618.6 million naira was budgeted for installation of electrical fittings. And it goes on and on and on and on. All right.
Okay, now President Buhari has come out to say, don't do this anymore. That is the change you voted for. You understand? When we talk about change, change is not magic. Change will not come overnight. Change is a gradual process. Now, if people were expecting magic from Buhari in less than 4 years, we should have voted for Professor Pella's son. He's also into magic. Are you getting my point? So now we have, it's a gradual process. Things are going to, you know, take shape. And one of the things that will take shape is this one. So we should commend the government of President Buhari. And every time I keep saying, I tell my wife. My wife is neither here, or there, because my wife is she keeps reading stuff on WhatsApp. She's always WhatsApp, and the people send rubbish on WhatsApp, and she will come and show me and say, you are President Buhari. What about this? I say, oh, this woman has come again. People are spreading so many terrible things on WhatsApp. And if your mind is not strong, you will get carried away. So the change, when Alhaji Lai Mohammed launched that campaign the last time, change should begin with me. People said, oh, it should begin with the government. It's no. Okay, but now the government is even saying, okay, it's beginning with us. And that is why this thing will not be there next year. That is the change.
Okay. All right, let's hear it from a non-APC man this time around. Comrade Adelu.
Okay, patients are tagged.
The beauty of budget is that budget should come from the people. And what the government of the day is doing is not rocket science. He said it's a change. I think if you call it a change, then this change of not budgeting for those frivolous items,
we do not need.
Those frivolous items should have started since 2016.
It's a gradual process.
That's one of the factors you have to note. Secondly is that the budget has become a routine that the people who even go through the process, I'm not even sure if they go through the all to get engagement with the people. As an agency of government, ministry, department, or parastatals, do you understand? What you need to do is, what are my goals? What do we need to achieve? How do we need to solve Nigerians' problem? Those are the things that should emanate. And I can tell you, if those things emanate, the amount of challenges in Nigeria will make you drop those ideas of putting all those frivolous items
or
in the budget.
even if people even follow the
Exactly.
law. The constitution,
Those things will not
as loopy
find
as
way
a constitution
into
may
the budget.
seem, it caters for virtually everything.
Yeah.
We have something called the Public Procurement Act.
For goodness sake.
That means every subsistent government over time has been breaking that particular law. That's what it means.
That's
if this
number
is
one.
coming to
And
the-
there's
to the
procurement law
spotlight
in
now.
Nigeria.
Comrade, I would disagree with you.
I'll allow you to talk. There's a procurement law in Nigeria which says that all procurement should go through that office. No, that's number two. Number three is that the budget of the country is low. We must admit this, and we must begin to act towards it. The budget of Angola is twice the budget of Nigeria. The budget of South Africa is 6 times the budget of Nigeria. What that translates to is that it means that what is available for the government to spend for the masses become extremely low. And on top of that, they begin to take all these things that do not affect you and me
Exactly.
to siphon the
Like buying vehicles,
by the limited
welfare
funds available to
packages,
Nigerians.
I'm changing
you
furniture,
If you are preaching change,
buying recharge cards,
change-
all those kind of
the
things.
change will come with your blueprints, and from day one you begin to run with that blueprint.
I'll ask you a
And
question.
then you will begin to function well. It's coming now, yes, of course, it's rather late than never, but this should be part of what Nigerians should be demanding.
Okay.
And Nigerians should ask the government of the day that how is this ministry affecting me? What does it have? Because take for instance, you are talking about, and there's a particular ministry I'm always very concerned about, the Nigerian Institute of Orientation, or what do you call
Orientation
it?
in
What did
agency.
What are they talking about? It's because they are the first point that should orientate Nigerians to their roles and responsibilities and to demand their rights at the appropriate time. Do you understand? But these are not done. And when the right thing that should go into the budget are not there, I can promise you that frivolous things are going to go in there. So, and that is what we have found ourselves
When you
happening.
hear, comrade,
I'll allow you to come in.
because I'm looking at the time.
I'll allow you to come in.
Go ahead.
And that's number one. Number two is that when all these frivolous assets get around, ask me who are those who get those contracts to get executed. It is all those people in there. And before you know it, what the money that should go for capital expenditure is being spent on frivolous items. And that's why you begin to hear somebody is feeding on some amount of money that you cannot question. You
All
understand?
right, let's hear it from Justin.
We like I said earlier on, change is a gradual process, and change must also begin with the individual. You cannot, okay, the people who populate government are Nigerians. The civil servants are Nigerians. If they do not key into President Buhari's change, there won't be any change. It is a very simple something. Florence, it's like, patience, it's like 2 + 2, 4. If we Nigerians do not key or refuse to key into because of the fact that they do not like the person occupying Aso Rock, or because of the fact that, okay, they do not like the religion he belongs to, or maybe because of the political party, we do not key into this change agenda.
All right.
There won't be any change.
Justin, someone is responding to what you just said here, and it says, please, the APC man should remember Buhari's promises to Nigerians while he was campaigning. He didn't tell Nigerians that it's going to take 10 years to bring the promises he made.
Oh. What are
So,
you should be specific about the promises.
It's about...
you should be specific about the promises.
Long?
We should be specific because there's one ridiculous one that people have been spreading around that President Buhari said he was going to bring $1 to $1 naira.
This topic is not
Very ridiculous.
It's not about
but yes,
Buhari per se.
it's still the same thing. Is it not the same?
Okay.
The cancellation of all the frivolous items in next year's budget. Who is in charge? Who is the president?
All right, our time is fantastically up, but this is good news if
It's going to stop.
Yeah.
If it does happen, I mean, all of the frivolous
It will happen.
things
It will happen
because
because this man, have you ever known before Buhari became president that there was something called budget padding? You don't know. I never knew. So it is a gradual process. Now this thing has come to stay.
On that note, I'd like to say thank you for watching the show today. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin, for watching the show today.
But there's a departing word I want to say.
Yes.
In 10 seconds,
Is
comrade.
that Nigerians should begin to ask for their rights.
Okay.
We do.
No.
Yes.
Justin, please. Do not say you do. Our job
5
as
seconds
other
more.
political parties is to orientate Nigerians to become morally uphold their moral values and demand for their rights.
Thank you so much, Comrade Adebi, for coming out
Thank you
today.
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Justin Akpovi-Esade, for coming out.
Thank
you,
you.
Gozam.
Thank you
And
too.
thank you to all the viewers. So many messages here, but time is never our friend.
I know they will be attacking me.
Well, you know yourself. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at noon with another edition. Join us again.